All right, y'all, we back with the next episode. You see how we coming?
Most
Clean
definitely.
with the suits.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed,
looking
man.
fresh,
You look
bro.
good, baby.
You too, dog.
You look good, most definitely. You look good, man. We had to change it up for a different scenery. You got to change that mindset. And when you change that mindset, you get up out that old mindset. And you starting to change for the better. And you see yourself in new things. Talk to me, D Phlo, baby.
No, facts. I mean, I feel like in life, if you want to upgrade in life, you know, you have to leave your old self behind.
Yes, indeed.
Like, we all have bad habits. We all have things we shouldn't be doing in life. We all have things that we do that is holding us back and stopping us from doing good in life. Sometimes you have to take them old ways and shed it off, like how a snake sheds
Most
skin.
definitely.
To shed it off and leave it behind and keep it moving. You know, so you can look like this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of walking around, you know, looking the way you used to look, now you walking around looking fresh, looking clean. You know what I'm saying? Looking like money.
You saw what happened. You saw what happened in the last episode. I wore that iron suit because I was locked up in my mind. I was locked up in prison. I was locked up. I had to bury the old. I had to bury the old me so the new me could come out. I had to get rid of the old ways so the new ways could come in. I had to bury the old mindset. I wore the iron suit for a reason because I was locked up in prison. I was locked up in my mind. I had to bury the old me. Ever since I buried the old me, the new me here. Now I got a new suit on. Now I'm making new ways. Now I'm making new opportunity. I put the suit on to show you it ain't where you started, it's how you finish. It ain't where you started. It's what you willing to do to change. I've had the inmate suit on because I was locked up in my mind. So I put the new suit on because this the new me. When you move in and transition in your life and you get rid of the old you, like you said, when the snake sheds skin, he don't never look back for the old skin because the new skin more effective. When you change your life around, you don't never look back in the past because your new future gonna be way better. So when you make that transition and you get about that mindset, when you stop being a prison in your mind, you bury the old you. You don't never go look back to dig up the old you. You just know it's memories there, but the presence in the future gonna be much better. That's why I wore the suit. That's why you wore the suit, because we was a prison in our own mind.
For sure. I mean, I'll be honest right now. I live a lot of my life not loving myself, so I wasn't able to love others, treating people the ways I shouldn't have treated them, not valuing people as much as I should have been, not believing in God or even trying to search for God or nothing, doing the wrong things, not even being the best father. I spent so many years of my life doing the wrong thing, and that's the old me. You know, I'm man enough to admit that and say that I haven't always been a good person.
I appreciate you keeping it real because that's all we want to do, and that's all we do is keep it real. You give them your old life to show them you a better man, you a changed man.
Exactly.
And that's all we want to do.
That's
keep
it.
Real.
It's like I spent a lot of my life breaking the law, selling drugs, being on probation, getting locked up. That's the old me. Like, I'll tell y'all right now, that shit didn't work. When I was doing the wrong shit and I was out there doing the shit I should have been doing, that shit never added up to nothing. It was always just like running to a brick wall. Like, imagine just running full speed straight into a brick wall. That's what I was doing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the old me, I'm shedding that shit off. I have shed that shit off. And now the new me is going to step in. You know what I'm saying? That's what this suit represents, is the new me. And I'm walking through, and I do care about people. I do have compassion. When I drive, I let people over. You know what I'm saying?
But you said one thing. You learned that you understand that you had to become a better father.
Better father.
It's never too late. And when you make that transition in your life, knowing that you was doing wrong and you ready to do better, that's one thing that God forgive and he forget, and he died on the cross for our sin. So when you know you did wrong and you ready to become a better father, a better husband, a better leader, a better role model, he grants you everything that you need to do it because he see the change within you. God will not give you nothing if he don't see the change within you. You got to take the initiative to hit your knees and say, God, I did wrong. And I understand I did wrong. Now I'm ready to do right. Now I'm ready to be obedience to your word. Now I'm ready to give you the praise. Now I'm ready to worship you. Now I'm ready to give everything to you. So when you start doing all them type of things, God see the heart in you. And then when he see the heart in you, then he give you everything that you need. Seek the knowledge of the kingdom, and everything that you ask will be granted. You became a better father.
better father, you know? And it's like just a better person all around. Decided that I wanted to change and do better. And like you said, it starts in you. God can't come to you and make you do anything. You have to want to change. You have to want. You have to bow down and give your life to God.
Surrender.
You have to. That's the word I was looking for. You have to surrender.
Show him how to surrender.
Yeah.
Show him how I showed you in church when he said open your hands for prayer. Show him how to surrender. When you surrender, you open your hands. Show him
right.
How,
because me when I was in church, like I don't go to church a lot, so I didn't really understand how it should be. I was praying with my hands like this, not really thinking nothing of it. And Desmond said to me, open your hands up, because the only way that you're going to really receive the full blessing is to fully open up. When you're doing this, you're praying like this, it's like you're kind of like praying, but you're not really like believing all the way. You know what I'm saying? You're not really fully in it. But once you open your arms or open your heart, or open your mind to God, allow him to enter you and show you the way you're supposed to live life. But the thing is, like one of the most important things about it is that people don't realize that you can surrender to God all you want, but you have to continue to do it. You can't just surrender today and then tomorrow be like, I think I'm going to go back to my old ways. Like, we're not going to put this suit on and take it off and go back. A snake's not going to go back and put his old skin back on. He left that shit behind because it's worthless. That shit dries up and dies. And that's what should happen to your old self. It should dry up and die, and you should leave it behind. Bury that shit.
It's a must you bury your old ways so your new ways and your new blessings and the way God want to use you be able to arrive on time. When you book a flight in a plane, when you book a flight in the airport and they tell you your arrival time and they tell you your departure time and they tell you your arrival time. And any time that you go to the airport and your departure time be pushed back, you feel upset, you mad because the people that you got waiting on you at the airport expecting you to be there on time because that's the time that you put. The same thing with God. When you when you tell God you're ready to make changes, he not going back to try to change your time. He ready to make changes within right then and there. So if you ain't ready to depart on time, do not be ready to arrive on time. That's very important.
Wow.
That's very important.
A lot of us are living our life delaying our flights.
Delaying our flight.
And sometimes when you delay the flight, there is no more flight till the next day.
Flight. Sometimes you got to stay overnight.
You got to stay overnight.
And that's why I say don't delay your blessing. Don't keep delaying your opportunity to becoming a better person. Don't delay who you want to be and who you need to be, because God ain't got time to keep on rescheduling your life to become a better person. If you ready to make changes, stop delaying your life. Start being prepared. Be prepared. Be ready. Pack your suitcase. Bury the old you so the new you could be. Come on, arrive on time. God, I'm here on time. I'm ready to be the new me. I ain't going back to the old me because the new me is here. I'm ready to be a better person, a better leader, a better father. That's why we got on the suit, because we ain't going to the old us. The new us is here now. Come on now. Don't it feel good to be able to change the ways you used to be?
It feels good, because back when I used to do the shit I did and feel the way I felt like I was right. I feel like me being the person I was, that was the way I should have been. It's like I had to humble myself.
Yes,
you have to humble yourself, because when you feel like you're right, when you have all this like confidence, overly confident in your mind, you feel like you're always right. What you're really saying is, I know better than God. Like, God can't tell me nothing because I already know it all. And there's no way to grow. The only way to grow is to learn and expand. How can you grow if you know it all? You have to open your mind and be humble in life. The only way you're going to learn from anybody. Like, just between me and you, all the things that we teach each other. If we weren't humble in our mind and our spirit, then you would feel like I'm just talking bullshit. I feel like you're talking bullshit. We have to be humble and accepting.
Very humble. And God humble you in so many ways by slowing down your process.
Right.
Delaying your flight. Challenging your mindset. Removing things that you once loved out your life to understand that everything that you look for, everything that you want, it could be there, but then it could be taken away from you because you took it for granted. That's why I say you can't be a prison in your mind all your life. You got to bury the old you so everything that you ask for could be forever within you.
Now, you nailed it when you said that. Taking it for granted. So many people are taking their blessings for granted. They take God for granted. But you know what God will do? He'll take it away. So if you don't want it to go away, if you love what you got and you love your life, you have to appreciate and be grateful to God, grateful to people around you, the people who helps you get to it. Because if you don't, it will be taken away.
You talking, D Phlo. You preaching, man. You look good too. You look good and you represent and you preaching. And I'm glad that you took the knowledge to understand that, hey, if I want to elevate in life, I must seek the knowledge of the kingdom. And that's one thing that I say, and I always gonna say, and I'm gonna continue to say, that you was willing to accept God back in your life. See, a lot of people not willing to accept him back, so he not able to work.
Right.
And the only way he able to work when you allow him to enter back in your life. That's why I say you want God to do things while bury your old you. You want God to do things in your life for the better or get rid of your old you. So one thing that we say, not that the snake just shed his skin and never looked back, but once he shedded the skin, he not just didn't look back, but he continued to keep going forward and continue to keep giving praise to God and continue to keep being obedience to the word. So don't just ask God to forgive you for your sins, but ask God to keep you from sinning again so you could become a better you.
Right. Because it's one thing to do the right thing today, but are you going to do the right thing tomorrow?
Come on, D Phlo, talk to me now. It's one thing to do the right thing today, but is you going to do the right thing the rest of your days of your life? That's why I say what you do today going to determine what you do tomorrow. And what you do tomorrow going to determine the way you do things for the rest of the week. And how you do things for the rest of the week going to determine how you do things for the month. And how you do things for the month going to determine how you do things for the years.
Right, because it's so important to realize that people are happy with what they have today. They love it, but they're not willing to keep doing the right thing to keep it. It's like the only way to keep everything you have in your life, because there's always these moments where you get mad and you go off, you do some dumb shit, and you lose it all. But what if you hadn't got mad? What if you would have held it together? What if you would have had continued to be on the right path? Then you wouldn't have lost it. You would have kept growing and getting more. So you can't slip up. And that's the hard part about life. People slip up. Like shit be fucking up, like, oh man. They slip up and they do some shit they shouldn't have did. And it's like they go and relapse. They go and cheat. They go and do something that they told themselves they would stop doing. As soon as they do that, they lose everything. You can't lose focus. You have to, just like you said in an earlier podcast, you said, why is the front of the mirror bigger than the rear view mirror?
Because they don't want you to look back.
Because you're not supposed to look back.
They want you to keep looking forward.
The only time you should ever look back is just to remind yourself how good you're doing today.
How good you're doing.
And be appreciative of your growth.
And how God continue to keep.
Exactly. But you can't just stare in that rear view mirror.
No, because you're going to run into something. Talk to me, D Phlo. You dropping the Jews, dropping the Jews boys back in the building, man. D Phlo dropping that knowledge, man. Y'all hear what he's saying, man. If you want to make changes in your life, changes got to come within yourself. You can't just ask God to continue to keep blessing you if you ain't willing to make the sacrifice to become a better person. If you want to live longer, get rid of the old you. If you want to become a better person, bury the old you, because the old you ain't get you there, but the new you will. You got to allow God to enter your spirit and into your heart and into you so he able to use you in so many ways. They'll drop the Jews, boy. Come on, D Phlo. Tell me the next topic, baby.
Okay, so I feel like in this world, so many people are selfish. I feel like selfishness is just a part of everyday life for most people. How do you feel about that? Like, what do you what advice do you have for people who find themselves being selfish and don't know what to do?
Selfishness is a sign of lacking of something within yourself. When people selfish, it's something that they lacking within themselves. They lose their self-confidence. And that's when they become selfish. Selfish with the prayers, selfish with helping, selfish with being a different person, selfish with becoming a better person. They lacking something. And a lot of people lack so many things and they become selfishness to where they don't want to help people, because if they help people, they ain't got what the X person got. So they become selfishness. And they keep it. Right. And they try to hide it within the things that they have.
So by people acting selfish, they're trying to hide something about themselves. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I think that a lot of people have had trauma from their childhood and from their early adulthood, and because of that trauma, they're scared to ever go back to that. So they get a little bit and they don't want to give because they're scared that they're always going to go back. People need to face their childhood. Face your childhood traumas. Face the things that happen to you. Because I'm going to be real with you. When you give to somebody, when you give somebody knowledge or you give somebody bread, you give somebody money, if you're doing it with the right intention and you know that they're going to do the right thing with it, it's a feeling you get inside that's fulfilling. That you cannot buy. You cannot buy the feeling of like when we give these videos out and the comments come and people are feeling what we're saying, they're vibing with it, and they're actually changing their life because of it. That's the feeling that we get that we cannot buy that feeling. That feeling is worth more than money because we're not being selfish. We're not coming up here to talk about ourselves or what we got going on. We're here to talk about God and what you can do to have a better life. That's the opposite of selfishness.
We talk about our problems.
Our problems.
We put everything that we once went through.
So they can relate.
So they can relate to it and understand they ain't the only one.
Right.
I put my situation with my baby mamas. I put my situation with me not having God. I put my situation in I didn't know who I was. I didn't believe in myself. I was lacking in prayers. I was lacking in a man. So when I put everything, I put my life on the internet so they could use me to understand that if he did it, I could do it.
Right.
If God changed my life around, he could change your life around. I ain't no better than no person. I put my pants on the same way every man and every woman do. I pray the same way every man and every woman do. I sleep the same way every man and every woman do. I blink my eye the same way as every man and every woman do. I breathe the same way as every man and every person do. So let me tell you something. I ain't no different from nobody. So if God changed my life around, he most definitely able to change your life around. I've been through hell and high water, but I ain't going through hell and high water no more. I put my trust in God, and I know for sure he ain't going to forsake me for nothing. I buried the old me for a reason, because the old me didn't get me nowhere, but the new me going to get me that somewhere. That's why I wore the suit today, because the new me is made for the suit. The old me ain't made for the suit. I was dead. I was dead.
Spiritually.
Spiritually, I was dead. I was dead.
Yeah.
I was dead. Spiritually, I was dead.
Right.
I went down to, when I came down to Houston, D Phlo, I must tell you this. I don't think I ever told, I ain't never tell you this. When I came down to Houston 2014, I went crazy. I lost my mind. You know my auntie, my auntie Bobby. Shout out to my auntie Bobby, my uncle Johnny, my auntie husband,
Great
and my
people.
mama. I was so depressed. I was so ready to give up. I was ready to lose my mind. And I told my mama, one of the worst things that you can ever tell a parent is, I'm going to kill myself. And when I told myself I'm going to kill myself, I didn't mean it, but I didn't know how powerful the word was. That's why they say be careful how you use your tongue. The power of the tongue is a dangerous thing. When I said I wanted to kill myself because I wasn't making money, I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to become a better person. And when I said that, my auntie Bobby and her husband said, if you think you're going to kill yourself, I'm going to do you a favor, nephew. I'm going to call Harris County Mental Health Hospital. And when the police, Harris County, came, they handcuffed me and they took me to Harris County Mental Hospital. And when I went down there and I saw, I'm sitting in a room with a guy that was my roommate, and he said, why you in here? I said I was going to kill myself. I said, why you in here? He said, I tried to kill myself.
Yeah.
Think about this. I said I was going to kill myself. He said he tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
It's always somebody's situation worse than yours. I said I was going to kill myself. He said he tried to kill himself. He said, this is my wounds that I try to kill myself. So that to say, don't say nothing if you ain't ready to live that. Don't say you going to do something if you think that somebody going to take that what you said to play with. My auntie said, you got a lot to live, But if you're going to kill yourself, let me try to save you. God got a way of coming and get you out of situations to save you. He came and got me out of situation. When I left that Harris County Mental Health Hospital, I told myself, I don't supposed to be here, but I had to go here to understand why I appreciate what God trying to do to my life. And when I saw these things of people going through all these different situations, I realized I don't want to go through that, and they don't need to go through that. So let me change my mindset.
Right. I'm going to tell you a story. When I was like 17.
Come on, D Phlo.
I was facing 5 years in prison.
What? You ain't never tell me that.
I was facing 5 years in prison at 17 years old. I got busted by the DEA with a lot of work, and they were trying to lock me up, right? I had 13 juvenile charges. Before I was 18 years old, I had 13 charges, bro, from all kind of different charges, between like selling drugs, batteries, all kind of shit, bro. That's the type of teenager I was. And when I was 17 years old and I was facing 5 years, I remember sitting on my back porch in the backyard of my house. I had 2 knives in my hand, 2 butcher knives. I was ready to kill myself. I was completely not right in my mind. I was ready to give up on life. I had no God in my life at all. At no point in my life did I have God in my life as a child, because my family wasn't really religious, so it wasn't taught to me. So I sat there with 2 knives, and I told myself, I'm going to stab both these knives into my throat.
Come on now.
That's the thoughts that was going through my mind. And I held these knives, and there's only one reason why I didn't do it. If this didn't happen, I would not be here right now. My brother came to me. And the crazy thing is, he was at his friend's house down the street, like miles away. He had a feeling he needed to come home. So he got on his bike and rode home. And right as I was about to do what I was about to do, he ran around the corner and he fought me. He's smaller than me. And he came to me and I was about to do it. I was in the process of doing it. And he grabbed my hands and stopped us up. Both of us got cut up with these knives. But not to the point where we got hurt, because that's how much he fought me to stop me. He stopped me from killing myself. It doesn't matter what, all these people you see in the world doing good in life and doing great things in life, you don't know what they've been through, the pain that they have in their heart, the shit that they had to overcome, the shit that was to the point where they could have killed themselves or killed somebody else. Like, you can't judge people. You have to understand, we all go through it. We all go through times. We all have times in our life where we don't want to live no more. It's just a part of life, because things get hard. That's what makes us strong. I had to go through that to understand that God saved me. At the time, I didn't look at it like that. But God saved me because my brother knew he had to come home. He knew he had to save me.
He saved you for a purpose, D Phlo. And that's the same thing with my auntie and my mom. They fought to save me. And a lot of people go through situations in life, and I know they're fighting their battles and they fighting their demons and they fighting things they're going through. I'm here to tell you, go talk to God. Don't take your life away. You got to live for somebody and somebody and somebody. God got you here for a reason. Any battle that you go through, he will defeat it if you put your trust in him. All the things that I've been through in my life, all the things that I've been through in my life, all the things that came through to destroy me, I had a purpose, a reason why I'm here. And that's why I gave my life to God. And that's why I don't take him to play with. And that's why I give praise to him. And that's why I thank him. That's why I appreciate all the things he's doing and all the things he continue to do. He buried the old me and brought the new me. I'm the new me. I got God in front of me. I got God on the side of me. I got God in the back of me. I got God all around me. Don't be mad for what God did. Everybody try to bury me, but God rise me. I buried the old me, but the new me still here. I got on a suit to feel good. Now I'm showing up and showing out. Don't close the dealership. I need the best car. Don't close the house because I need the best house. I need everything that everybody said I couldn't get. Mama, close your eyes because your son got something coming. Sister, close your eyes because your brother got something coming. Tishara, daddy first. And oldest daughter, close your eyes. Daddy got something coming. Devin, My youngest daddy got something coming. I ain't working to just be working. I'm working to put smiles on everybody's face. I'm glad you didn't give up because I was ready to give up. I was heartbroken for all the trials and trauma and tribulation. I didn't have my daddy, but he was there. I didn't have the love, but he was still there. He wasn't there to love me the way that I need to. He was willing to buy shoes, but he wasn't willing to show love. He was willing to sell drugs, but he wasn't willing to show up. And Dad, I needed you, Dad. I was looking for you, but my mama showed up. My daddy, stepdaddy showed up. Daddy, stepdaddy, I love you. Stepdaddy, I love you. Real daddy, I love you. But look at the man that I become.
Man.
Oh, my God.
But you know what? I want to tell you something. You nailed something right there. You said that you have a passion and you have a purpose. And that's what I had to realize when I wanted to kill myself. I didn't understand at the time. But later on, I realized I do have a purpose. I'm here for a reason. And just like we all are here for a reason. So if you kill yourself, let me put it like this. If I killed myself that day, we wouldn't be here right now. This podcast, Drop of Jewels, wouldn't exist. We were supposed to meet. It was our purpose to meet and create this. And it's going to be big, and we're going to go on and do tremendous things in our life. But what if I wasn't here? This wouldn't have happened. God put us here for a reason. And if you kill yourself, you don't only affect you. You affect your kids. You affect your unborn children. You affect the people, the friends that needed you, the family that needed you. We are here for a reason. You cannot kill yourself. To all the people out there who want to commit suicide, understand that we're here. We're all pieces of a huge puzzle that are bigger than we can ever understand. And you cannot kill yourself and take your piece off the puzzle, because your piece might be one of the most important pieces to the people around you. Right now, times are hard. Money's hard. It's hard to get money right now. But you can't let that be a reason that you want to take your own life. We have to just get strong, take all the things we went through to give us strength. We have to turn to God, pray, turn to our friends, and let them and lean on them when we need them. Not just asking for money, but also just to ask for strength. And ask for just someone, a lending ear, someone who can listen to you and give them their advice. We have to have strength in this life. We cannot be killing ourselves. And I'm glad that you as well got help, for sure. And you know what? There's a lot of people who went through this type of shit. That's why I want to talk about it. You know what's crazy? This was the next topic, bro. You brought it up. The next topic I was going to talk about suicide. You brought it up. We're on the same frequency. I'm glad that we're here today. Both of us could be dead right now, but we're here.
When I said my daddy was there, but he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
He bought me things, but he didn't love me. He showed up, but he wasn't really there. He understand me, but he wasn't listening. That's why I focus on listening and paying attention on being there. You could be there in your child's life, but really not there. You could be there, but really not listening. That's what I had to understand. We could provide, but really don't care. We could be there, but really don't love. And that's where we fall short of as a father. We think because we provide and we love them. We providing, but we not loving them. We giving, but we not listening to what they saying. That's very tough.
No, facts. Just giving money does not mean you care.
Because
I can give money to a prostitute.
And not care.
I give money to Walmart. I don't care about Walmart.
Because it's something that you know you could get again. But the word and the love that you give, you know you could never probably get that again. Going through all the situations I done been through in every trial and tribulation, I know that I was going to wind up having to understand that I was going to have to either do one thing. Go ahead and kill myself, allow myself to give my life to God. And when I went through that mental health hospital and they gave me them different pills and told me that I was going to be on Depakote, and I know for sure that that's one of the strongest pills and strongest medicine that they have. And I always find myself talking to myself, and I always talk to God. God always say, I'm talking to you, but then the devil always talk to you too. And I realized that you can't focus on the devil, you got to focus on God. And when God always talk to me, he always tell me, I remember where you was and remember where you at, but do not forget where you going.
Don't ever forget where you're going. The stuff that we went through was to make us who we are today. If I didn't go through those things I went through,
I wouldn't be the man I am today.
We wouldn't be the men we are today. We have to appreciate that, and we have to change from it. We have to allow that stuff to be our foundation.
D Phlo, I must say something, bro. I got to give you your flowers because you allowed me to come on a platform to speak the word of God, but not just speak the word of God, but be able to be myself. A lot of people in life do not allow you to be yourself because they intimidated by who you could become. You never stop my growth, no matter how much I'm growing in speaking the word of God, in the followers, in the attention I'm getting. You never say, I'm not going to allow you to talk more because you're growing more than me. You allow me to grow more, and you believed in me to know that the love that I got for you, I'm going to bring you with me. Every time somebody hit me, I always mention you. Every time I had something, I always hit you. Any opportunity that ever came, I hit you. Remember what I'm telling you, y'all. If a person willing to help you grow, do not forget who helped you grow. If a person willing to help you grow, do not forget who helped you grow. And when you get to a level of success, don't forget about the person who believed in you before everybody saw you.
Right.
You water my flowers.
For sure.
And you watch my flowers grow.
Right.
And you never stop watering the flowers to the day. And that's why I love you. And that's why I got to make sure that not just that I get there, but you get there with me. Every opportunity that was closing, every people that was folding, every person that walked away, my boy D Phlo showed up and showed out. That's why it's a must that we continue to keep going hard. I ain't just crying because I'm crying tears of what I've been through. I'm crying tears of joy. I'm getting calls every day that opportunities are coming. People seeing me all over the world. People seeing what we doing. People keep asking me why we ain't doing enough, but we doing what God allowed us to do. It ain't Big T 28, it's D Phlo and Big T 28. He opened the door, and ever since he opened the door, I've been opening the mic, and ever since we opened the mic, we've been flooding the prayers, we've been flooding the word of God. Who gonna be better? Who better than us to drop the jewels, boy, to drop the jewels, boy? We got on a suit because we changed our way. We elevated our mind. We growing in every way. We ain't talking if you ain't talking, but you gotta be talking the word of God. My goodness gracious, we ain't signing for a little bit of change, because if we sign for a little bit of change, then we sold ourselves to the devil. God said, don't sign until I tell you to sign. You gonna get what you deserve, but what you deserve is gonna take a little more time. I know the bills piling up. I know you ready to give up. I know you want a bigger house and a better car, but just hold on. God coming. And when he delivering, he going to continue to keep delivering. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
This is what I can tell you, bro. As a person, I love you as a person, my boy. You're my brother. And as much as I've helped you...
You better make sure I be the best man. You better make sure I be the best man. Y'all heard what's going on. He said, I'm his brother. And I asked him today, I said, you got a tough decision to make. Because when you allow good people to enter your life, they make room and make you realize. I said, D Phlo, you going to be getting married soon. So I need you to know, and I need to prepare myself, is I'm going to be the best man. See, when you speak life into your brother and you see the vision within your brother, you got to prepare them to let them know, I see you about to get married, but I need you to make that decision. It's very important you speak life into people that you love, that you know, and you cherish the most. And I say, D Phlo, who going to be the best man? D Phlo got nervous, but I understand it's always love. Even if I ain't the best man, I'm still going to be the best man.
For sure. I mean, I just want you to know that as much as, like, you've helped me so much growing to be a better person, you hold me accountable. You make sure that we push forward. Even if I never gain a follower or I never gain anything, bro, I don't care. It's not about me. I see you as a superstar. I mean, look, just to be honest, I see myself as a superstar, you know what I mean? But we're different types of superstars. And I feel like you're going to be shining in that sky. in a way that nobody's ever shined before. And I will just be happy to see it. I don't care to gain. I don't want a single dollar. If we get $1 million, I'm not going to say no. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in this to gain money, bro. I'm in this to help you, because when I met you that first day we did that podcast, I knew that you were something special. I knew that you had something that you needed to do in your life. I felt it and I knew it because I have a genuine heart. So that means that I can feel a genuine heart.
Most definitely, you know man. You helped me become a better person, D Phlo. At times, like I said, man, I always had a relationship with my oldest daughter, but it wasn't always good. And by me able to do the podcast and speak about the situations and the things I deal with daily, it helped me become a better person. See, when you're able to speak about your life and vent to somebody, even though it might not sound good to you, but somebody willing to listen to understand. I'm willing to listen to what you're going through so I can help you become a better person. By me able to speak to the world and telling them my situation, it helped me grow in life. I'm not afraid to tell the world what I once been through, because what I once been through, I'm willing to make a changes in it. If you ain't willing to make a change in life, then you ain't willing to get nowhere. I had to go through the trials and tribulations to get to where I'm at. I'm crying inside because it hurt. Everybody gave up on me, but nobody believed in me. You believed in me. That's why the doors opening up. I don't care if they go against us, but I'm willing to go with you. If the fight against us, I'm willing to stand front toe. How you gonna go against the man that gave me a chance? Everybody had money, but nobody opened the door. D Phlo opened the door and told me, I got a house and a bed for you. It might not be the best, but I'm willing to let you lay here. Ever since I laid that, I opened the door. Now we're building a house for foundation. Who gonna go against us? Who gonna go against us? The world went against me, but D Phlo opened the door. Everybody said they could help me, but nobody was willing to help. That's why I love you the way I love you. Anybody go against you, I'm willing to go with you. Don't go against the person who showed me love. Everybody said they could help me, but nobody was helping. Everybody said they got the thing that I needed to get me to the top, but nobody was willing to show up. You showed up and show out. If they go against you, then I'm willing to go with you. We gonna end it just like that. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Everybody said they was willing to help me, but nobody helped me. You opened the door. It wasn't the best bed, but it was a bed. It wasn't the best sleep, but I slept. It wasn't the best food, but I ate. It wasn't the best water, but I drank. Ever since you opened the door, you opened the door. Every opportunity come, it ain't coming from me, but it coming from you, because you did the things that I needed to be able to speak the word of God to open my life. Ever since I thought about it and I think about it every day. Everybody said they could help me, but nobody was willing to help me. You open the door, you open the door. I got the key, now I got the key. We gonna build a house, you coming with me. Sign the line, because this not just my house, this show house with me. Stop playing, man. Everybody said they could help me, but nobody helped me. D Phlo did it. Them dropped the jewels, boy. I love you, boy.
I love you too. And we both did it. I'm not going to take all the credit. We'll see y'all next episode. Damn. You went crazy.